Hi, it's Jenna again with another video blog. This is for week 11, film 15, and I'm going to answer the question, how does this film describe macho modernism? Who else fits in this mold besides Pollock and Hemingway? How do their works express any aspect of this? And does Pollock's death count as manifestation of macho modernism? Who is Lee Krasner, and how did she cope with this? So, in this film, macho modernism is used because in the art community in past times, male artists weren't considered masculine and they were more seen as feminine. So, males are like known and they're just taught to suppress their feelings and emotions, but that's what art is, expressing those emotions and those feelings. Um, so, just art was not a masculine thing. And from one of my sources cited in my blog from Science Daily, masculine overcompensation is the idea that men who are insecure about their masculinity will behave in extremely masculine ways as compensation. So that's exactly what masculine overcompensation is, and that's exactly what the artist did. They felt the need to overcompensate by being macho, like by drinking a lot and driving cars. I feel like it's strange that male artists were almost looked down upon because I feel like all of the artists that we've gone over in this course at least have been male, and some of the best painters ever are males. So this mold can be applied to Dali, but I don't think that Dali minded the feminine part of it. I think that he just overcompensated to be different. Like he went out of his way to be different. He painted to stand out, and all of his pieces were so different compared to the other artists of the era. He was criticized a lot, but it never stopped him, and he continued to be different. In all of his paintings, he's just so unapologetically himself. So, for example, one of my sources from GQ magazine that's cited in my blog, it states that Dali had a strange obsession with sexual body parts. It is known to have a complex relationship with his own sexuality. So, from my source, Dali had a more complex relationship with his sexuality, one that incited a million rumors. He is rumored to have used masturbation as a near sole source of sexual gratification. He had a fear of both castration and female genitalia, encapsulated in one of his most disturbingly intimate works, The Great Masturbator. His work is so that's the end, sorry. His work is so abstract, and I just think that Dali did what other artists would have never dreamed about doing publicly, or even possibly doing what artists had considered, but just were too afraid of the criticism. I believe that Pollock's death does count as an example of manifestation of macho modernism. And I think that because his life choices were literally the examples they gave for macho modernism and for masculine compensation, drinking and driving. He turned to drinking and became rebellious to avoid the feminine rumors, and I just think that his death could have easily been prevented. So Lee Krasner was Pollock's wife, and she was also an artist. According to the National Museum of Women and the Arts, Lee Krasner was one of the first generation abstract impressionist painters. Through six decades devoted to art, she continually explored innovative approaches to painting and collage. So once her husband died in the drunk driving accident, she started creating pieces in a studio and promoted her past husband's work so it would live on. I think she coped with his death by painting through him and creating her own pieces also, and honestly becoming her best self. She went on to win many awards and publications. So that is it for this blog. I attached a photo of Lee Krasner in my blog because I think it's important to celebrate women, and I also think that it's honorable that she went through such a tragedy and came out more powerful than before. So that's it. Thanks. Bye.